Well, it's been a pretty incredible 24 hours of weather here in central and eastern Kentucky, especially with one of the more significant drops in temperatures over a short period of time that you will see, to the tune of 45 to 50 degrees. And that's not even factoring in the wind. It felt even colder than that. And it is going to feel like the end of 2025 over the next few days. A few flakes possible, it looks like late Wednesday, more so Wednesday night into early New Year's morning. So maybe a little festive as we ring in 2026, and temperatures should slowly moderate a bit into the first few days of the new year, hopefully by this time next week. We still have a few little scattered snow showers here and there. Of course, that colder air plunging in, low level moisture hanging with us, and even with very little of it, the colder it is, the more efficient you can get a few flakes of snow squeezed out. And that's what we've got throughout the Ohio Valley and up into the Great Lakes. Checking out downtown Mount Sterling, still looking good and festive for the holiday season. 23 degrees, feels like 12 there. West and northwest winds sustained 10 to 15 with higher gusts. Jackson County near McKee, it's 22 there. So temperatures settling down late morning, early afternoon into the low 20s here in the bluegrass, into the mid to upper 20s down south, and we have not moved at all. And of course, we'll back it down slightly because some of the clouds are going to be hanging around. And here's the big graphic: 45 to nearly 50 degrees colder than 24 hours ago. Yesterday we set a record 72, besting the old record of 67 set back in just 2021, but nevertheless, really bested that easily. Wind gusts still close to 30 miles per hour at times, and as a result, here's what we're seeing. In the Lexington area northward, we've been in the single-digit for wind chills all afternoon. That'll continue this evening, even as the winds back down slightly, but we're not going to see a whole lot. Winds are still going to be west at about 10 to 15 during the overnight hours. Cold all across the Ohio and Tennessee Valley. There is that front now off the eastern seaboard. I mean, we saw a 15-degree drop in just 1 hour as the front moved through the Lexington area between 11 p.m. last night and midnight, and then it was all downhill from there. Now, we may see a few little scattered clouds around, I think, mid to upper teens in the morning, and even with sunshine, we've got the cold air mass, so upper 20s, low 30s will do it, especially down south. I mentioned that wind element, and with that, west wind 10 to 15, that's going to keep those wind chills in the single digits in the morning. And even tomorrow with the west wind at 5 to 10 with highs only in the upper 20s and low 30s, still at times could sneak into the upper teens for wind chills. Last week, remember the red line, everything was above that as we were well above average around Christmas. Now we're going to be playing close to or just below average. So as we finish out 2025 and head into the new year, look Clipper system, and notice a bit of blue here into the early hours of the new year. So we may see a light coating, say, in eastern Kentucky in the mountains. What this thing's going to do, it's going to bring a reinforcing shot of some chilly air in. So it's really a late chance into Wednesday night. I think we're good Thursday. And then there's another system that'll move by to our south, but temperatures will be moderating as we get into Friday and Saturday. The low goes by to our south, and notice a lot of green here, indicating mainly just some chilly showers. Yeah, possibly a wintry mix during the early hours of Saturday. Just something we'll have to keep an eye on. This is good news, at least. The data indicating the temperature outlook that we should be maybe slightly above average as we close out the first full week of the new year. Breezy, cold 16 overnight, single-digit wind chills, so keep that in mind. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, cold day, 29 here in the bluegrass, low 30s down south in the extended forecast. Of course, you're going out to ring in the new year. You'll need to dress accordingly. We'll back temperatures down a little bit for the first day of 2026 with the passage of that Clipper, and then we're hanging around the 40-degree mark, that system to our south on Saturday, and hopefully we'll sneak back up into the upper 40s this time next week.